At hospitals in the capital Sana'a and the port city of Hodeidah, a daily battle to save stunted children. Child malnutrition here is among the highest in the world. Doctors are struggling to provide therapeutic food for now, but it's not just children who are hungry. Their parents are also facing tough times. 2/3 of Yemenis need humanitarian assistance, 8 years since the start of the war. The economy has declined, government employees are not paid. A nation of more than 30 million is getting poorer and hungrier. The UN emergency response in Yemen is the largest in the world, but as the money runs out, many fear people may die of hunger.
The most immediate needs now is are funding. Availability of funding is an issue in Yemen. There are a lot of critical sectors that are threatened for closure or suspension, and this would mean millions of people will not see aid that is much needed across the country.
In the meantime, the international community is yet to convince the warring factions to end the conflict. Recently, a Houthi delegation met Saudi officials in Riyadh to agree on a permanent ceasefire and a political solution. But weeks later, the Houthis, who are backed by Iran and control Sana'a, held a military parade. Its leaders insist a deal will only happen when foreign troops pull out of Yemen and Saudi Arabia commits billions of dollars in compensation. The internationally recognized government in the south blames the Houthis, who took over the capital in 2014, for Yemen's troubles. For now, Yemen remains divided. A secessionist movement is threatening to break away in the south, while the Saudi-backed government is desperate to expand its influence beyond the Marib and Aden provinces. Ahelbarra, Al Jazeera.
Well, joining us on set now is Yemen's Prime Minister, Ma'in Abdel Malik, who's representing the internationally recognized government there. Good to have you with us. So, first of all, there's a huge scale of need, isn't there, in Yemen right now? A lot of humanitarian suffering. It's severely underfunded, right? Do you feel let down by the international community?
Yes, it's the results of 8 years of the conflict. It's accumulated. We saw no lack of funding. It goes down from approximately 3 billion a year in 2018, barely now 1 billion. It started to decrease before the Russian war. And now the problem is more severe. Many of those programs will cut or shut down in Yemen. And that's why we've been told by some UN agencies they will cut funding to the hospitals, fuel, wash, sanitation, education, many different programs.
What will that mean for the Yemeni people?
We have IDBs now, we have 8 years of war. Even with the last 1 year of truce since April 2022, still economic war raging with the militias. So now it will affect all the private sector, supply chain. So we have millions of IDBs, Marib, for example, more than 2 million, and we have in Lahj, Aden, West, all the places.
And those people will pay, it's always the people that pay the price,
They,
right?
they pay the price. There is no accommodation for them, no education. IDB camps, more than 180 camp in one governorate like Marib, despite the other governorates, and also different governorate, they are not prepared with the infrastructure like Mukalla, Sayoun, Al-Mahra, and even in the Houthi control area. So you lost jobs, agriculture, production, shrinking the GDP, purchasing power. This is all accumulated. And the other dimension is the private sector resilience. We will consume that.
Right.
The prices, Yemen is importing 90% of the wheat imports. 50% is from Russia and Ukraine. We absorbed the shock last year, but now also the other choices. Yeah, and also the prices will bring inflation to the basic commodities and for the main, for the all citizens.
About the political track, you mentioned the ceasefire of April. There's an informal ceasefire in place now. Is there any hope that this is going to lead to a resolution of the conflict anytime soon?
It helps to prevent bloodsheds. there is continuous some small clashes, but it's not the same before the truce. And also still there is an attempt and attacks and terrorist attacks against our oil exports. But it prevents the war from escalation. And there is a new efforts now from the Saudis. It's truthful. We hope that this new efforts can lead to establish a new framework for the political process.
All right, let's hope that there'll be peace soon for the people and an end to their suffering. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us.
Thank you.